Hey guys, what's going on? So a few things to do today. There has been something that I've been kind of slacking on, and it's been that horn install, the aftermarket horn install for, I mean, if you have the NRG wheel, a grip royal wheel, depending on whichever. There's been a couple people that have showed me a couple things, but the best thing that I've seen thus far has been a pretty simple setup, but it's kind of intricate when it comes to the wiring. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm just going to be showing you guys exactly how to wire up your aftermarket horn on an aftermarket steering wheel. Alright guys, so I'm in the daily. This is what my setup is. So I have a grip royal, royal grain steering wheel with the aftermarket grip royal horn. I have an NRG 2.5 quick release with the NRG Short Hub, which is right here. So I do have a full install video on this, on how to actually do this. It'll be in the link in the description. So if you haven't actually done this part yet, then you can go ahead and check that out. But if you're going to be doing it all at once, hopefully you'll be able to watch that segment and then this one. All right guys, so before you can take this piece off, all you got to do is pull this on out. So I grab it by the vents and you can just pop it right out. And then you just finish up these 4 bolts. And this should slide off. So now that this is off, we'll take this off, and this has 6 screws in it, Phillips head screws. So we'll just undo the screws under here. So now since the screws are out, there's actually like a little piece right here that goes over your ignition switch. So you can take that right off. And then now how these are actually put together is there's like little prongs. So it's kind of tough. Don't be scared, but you kind of just pull it right off. And that's it. And then this one slides out. And that's how that goes. So that's your next step. So what we need to do is start taking off the dash components now. So what I'll start with is the 2 pods. So all it is there's 2 Phillips head screws under each. So all you have to do is like take those off. Okay, so I took out both sides of the screws. So now with this part you want to be careful. The reason is that I'll actually show you. There's 2 screws on the tops of these that hold these little brackets so that these can hold in tightly. Out of all the Z's I've had, they've been broken. So this side I know is broken already. This side isn't broken. So all you really do is like lift from the bottom, lift up, and come down. And it's that simple. And then what you'll do is unplug the connectors from the pods. So that's what I'm doing right now. Now with this pod over here, it actually has your hazard button on it. So all you have to do is pop the hazard light button up and off. So it comes off like that. And then this one, like I said, the bracket for it is kind of messed up. So you just got to be careful of that. And then again, what you'll have to do is take off all these connectors, which I'm doing now. Okay, so that's another connector that's off. And now you'll just have a few mounting screws. So you'll just have the 2 on the bottom and then this big one in the back. You don't need to worry about these because this is where that bracket is that I was talking about. So just the one big one in the back there, 2 down there, 2 down there, and then 1 down there. And this is what I mean by your broken like bracket there. So basically what it is these screws are too short, so it broke off the plastic. But like I said, it's been like that in every Z I've had. So but yeah, so after doing that, there's 2 screws under here, 1, 2, to take this top piece off. So that's what we're doing now. That comes right off. Okay, and now we have these bolts, these screws, and then we'll start working on the other ones. So these ones actually hold this plastic piece to the gauge, to your actually like dashboard gauges. Okay, since I have that whole entire front piece off now, these unbolted, there's actually a couple clips in the back of the gauge, the gauge pod that you're going to actually have to do. So there's one on the top right, one on the top left, and then there's a few in the back that you just have to pop out. So that's what I'm doing right now. There's 2 more screws on the bottom also. So that's how to get that off. Pretty simple. Like I said, so if it's like this, you'll see there's just 1 clip on this side and there's 2 on this side. So when you're doing an aftermarket steering wheel also, these don't have airbags, clearly. So what ours has is there's an airbag light right there. All you have to do is flip it around, and there's an actual connector here. So there's the bulb that goes in here, and then it runs around here. The wires clip through this, and then they actually come down and connect to one of these, this guy right here. So what you'll do is with these 2 wires, it's like the positive and the ground. All you'll have to do is unscrew these 2, pop that out, pop it out of the thing. You can put like a piece of electrical tape there if you want or whatever. But yeah, then the light's gone, and then you don't have to worry about anything. Like I said, that's with an aftermarket wheel. So if you're trying to pass inspection, which I am, you're gonna have to take that light out so no one sees that, obviously, that you don't have an airbag. So basically that's the steering wheel portion of what you have to do to remove the dash. Okay guys, so now with everything being taken off, with the room that I have, I was going around checking connectors, checking the grounds and seeing what has constant power, whatnot. The setup that I'm going to be running is this setup here. So this little brass piece is a Honda. It comes from a Honda car. It's a shoehorn. That's what it's called. It says right here, shoehorn. So basically that's the part number, is the 35259SH3A02 shoehorn. It's a Honda part. It's like, I don't even know, $1, $3 something, whatever. I think I paid more for shipping. But that's all this is a little brass piece. So this brass piece basically mounts up to this plastic backing piece where the clock spring used to be. You can screw it in, and then it'll stay here. And the main thing is, the whole thing is that it makes a contact point with the brass part on behind the NRG Short Hub. So that brass ring around it, these 2 make contact. So when you're actually able to steering and stuff, this won't affect the steering wheel at all. So yeah, that's just like a little, this is like a little hint and a little trick from Troy Estelle off Facebook. Thanks, Troy. He's been helping me out through this whole thing. So going on from there, he actually wired his up into a wiring harness down in here. And then, so I was starting to do that. That's why I started taking all this out so I could get my hands in there. And then all of a sudden I noticed that, I remember when I took off the airbag, the horn stopped working. So I was thinking, whatever connected to the airbag line has to have the horn line, or it has to have a wire that works for the horn. So I was like, I'm going to start testing it. So basically I just did like a real quick jimmy rig up of my setup just to see what it would be like, and I had this wire laying around. So all I did is I grabbed this hard line here, and this hard line, I kind of just stuck it into this brass piece for right now just to see what it would work like. And then I went around and I tested each and every single little slot. And when you test it in this last slot, so looking at it, if the push button is on the top, you want the slot all the way to the left, this last slot. It's a green and white wire. That's your horn wire. When I tested it, I had my wheel on, I just plugged it right in, tapped the horn, beep, it worked. So all I'm doing now is I split the wire, because like obviously like I could have just like wrapped it around or whatever, this and that, but I want to make this as legitimate as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to heat shrink these 2 lines together, and then from there I'll show you that the horn works perfect. So this is for you guys. So just to show you that what I'm telling you is true, is you got to make sure this is in contact. Obviously, this is all good. That's in contact. Those two wires are touching down low right now. And that's it. So there you go. So now I know that works. So like I said, I'm going to heat shrink those two lines together. So since that's all set, I'm actually going to use these as connectors. So just like a heat shrink connector and then an actual connector here that will slide into the shoehorn. So I'll show you exactly how it's all going to work. Alright guys, so this is how it should look. So this is your shoehorn here. I used a little screw, so one of the little screws that you actually take out from behind the gauge for your airbag light, I used one of those because it's made out of copper too. And then there's 3 holes here. I used the one up from the top to the left. I used a little one. You will need to use a drill and drill out like a little bit of the plastic so that screw will be able to like get enough thread so you can kind of screw it into the plastic. But this isn't going anywhere. It's connected now, as you guys can see, to the brass on brass there. So that's good. And now all I have to do is make the wire to the length of this and it's all set. So that's what I'm doing right now. Alright guys, so now I have that green and white wire basically clipped in with my new wire. And I'm going to heat shrink this, and then I'm going to run this up top here, right under the ignition cylinder. So right like that, and then it's going to come right up there. Obviously, I'm going to keep it nice and I'm going to have it nice and tight. There's like a little zip tie here. So I'm going to run it through the zip tie, whatever. I mean, make it look good. So it can be hidden and then it'll come right up here. And then from the other piece that I have with the shoehorn, this is what we're looking at now. So took the shoehorn off. This is that little clip. So now you just put the wire in there and yeah, clamp it down and you're all set. So that's what I'm doing right now. So all I did is move that black rubber push button piece back down to where it used to be on the airbag line, and just I ran my line up and that's that. So it's literally that simple. It's taken me forever. It's taken me months to figure this out, but yeah, it's good. So here's a little test for you guys. There you go. That's simple. It looks clean. Everything's out of the way. So now I'm just going to put everything back on and that's that. Alright guys, so that's about it. Like I said, it's really, really simple. If you guys just follow these steps, you'll be able to kill it in no time. It took me a little bit longer just because, like I said, is a little of the information that I was given. I kind of went a different way, a much easier way, a much simpler way, and it's very clean and it's so easy. So I just want to give you guys a heads up on that. Alright guys, so that's basically it. That's how you can wire up your horn. Like I said, it's very, very simple. For other cars, it may be different, so just remember that. But this is a Grip Royal wheel with a NRG 2.5 quick release. So like I said, it was literally one wire, snip, cut, add up, and that's it. So I'll put everything that I used in the description. The little Honda shoehorn part, I'll put in the description just for you guys. But going on from there, leave a like, leave a comment. I mean, let me know how I did. Like I said, it's been months and months of me prepping for this, so this is pretty big. And yeah, huge shout out to you guys. Thank you for subscribing. We've been climbing like crazy. We're almost close to 800. That's insane. Like, you guys, just every one of you guys, thank you so much. I'm trying to produce as much content as possible because now I know that our following is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm trying to do bigger and better things. So hopefully this will be helpful to you guys. Like I said, if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button. Also, guys, don't forget, we do have decals for sale. You can hit us up on Instagram through the DM, or you can hit us up through Facebook Messenger, or even at our Gmail account, ZBruhzChannel@gmail.com. So we appreciate the support, guys. Thank you very much. Stay tuned for more footage coming up soon. We're going to be working on that twin turbo car, seeing exactly what the compression's like, everything like that. So that's going to be huge. And you guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later. Peace.